You may have seen the video A Toxicologist. Serious tone, glasses on, white coat, glowing, saying sunscreens cause cancer, disrupt hormones, shouldn't be used on kids or pregnant women. She says it like a fact with big words, scary graphs, and suddenly everyone is cleaning out their bathroom cabinets. I'm Shapiro. I'm a spa owner, a marathon runner, and a two-time cancer survivor. And I know firsthand what real danger looks like. That's why I'm making this video, not to discredit experts, but to fight fear with facts. Because when we weaponize science without context, we don't protect people, we just confuse them. Please stay until the end and I will share my favorite sunscreens. Let me be clear, I'm not here to argue. I respect education, I respect science, but here's a huge difference between good science and bad interpretation. Even brilliant doctors can fall into the trap of cherry-picking data, especially if it gets views. I spent weeks digging into this. I read studies, I watched the viral videos, I even pulled FDA, SCCS, and EU regulatory reports, and I asked myself, is this a real risk or just a headline designed to trigger anxiety? Because women, especially moms, are already overloaded. We are told to fear everything from deodorant to strawberries, and when someone uses the word toxic without nuance, that's a red flag. Dr. Ivonne Bukart has a PhD in toxicology. She calls herself a board-certified toxicologist with 20 years of experience, and she's built a massive following, especially among people looking for non-toxic alternatives. But here's the problem. A PhD doesn't give someone a license to mislead the public, especially when it comes to public health. Credentials can lend credibility, but they don't guarantee accuracy, and that's exactly why this video matters. Before we can fact check her, let's go over how sunscreens actually work. There are two main types. Mineral sunscreens use ingredients like zinc oxide or titanium dioxide. They sit on top of your skin and reflect UV rays. Chemical sunscreens absorb UV radiation and convert it into heat. Common ingredients are oxybenzone, oxybenzone, actinoxate. Both types are rigorously tested, and both protect your skin from sunburn, photoaging, and skin cancer, especially melanoma. Here is a sample of Dr. Bukart's claims. They damage your DNA and may increase cancer risk. Sunscreens get into your blood. Sprays are deadly. Sunscreen ingredients are endocrine disruptors. Certain food can protect from the sun. Let's be clear. These statements are not just misleading, they are potentially dangerous. Yes, retinol palmitate has been studied, and yes, in one infamous study, tumors increased. But let's look at the fine print. The test subjects, hairless mice. The exposure and natural levels of UV radiation, the dose way higher than what's in your sunscreen. Now here's what you don't hear in those videos. According to the EU Scientific Committee on Consumer Safety, and reviewed by the American Academy of Dermatology, retinol palmitate in concentrations used in skincare shows no carcinogenic risk. It's the context that matters. You wouldn't drink 20 gallons of water in 1 hour, even though water is healthy. Same with this, the dose makes the poison. Let's get one thing straight. Yes, some sunscreen filters can enter the bloodstream, but absorbed into blood doesn't automatically mean dangerous. Think about this. So many products you use every day are absorbed. Prescription creams, nicotine patches, even hormone creams for menopause. It's not the absorption that matters, it's what the body does with it. The FDA ran repeated studies on this, looking at the filters most often used in American sunscreens. Did they find traces in blood? Yes. Did they find evidence of harm? No. They actually said presence in blood does not imply risk. Further study is ongoing, but no toxicity was observed. And guess what? These filters have been used on millions of people for decades. If there were consistent adverse effects, we'd know by now. There is a lot of fear around spray sunscreens, and some of it is justified, but let's separate fact from panic. Yes, aerosols can be inhaled, especially by kids or if used in small bathrooms. Yes, they can leave uneven coverage if not applied properly, but deadly? That's a stretch. Here's what I recommend. Never spray directly on the face. Don't inhale. Apply outdoors if possible. Rub it in with your hands to ensure even protection, but don't demonize the entire product category for people with limited mobility. Kids who hate lotions or quick reapplication sprays are better than nothing. This is the claim that scares people the most: hormone disruption. Sounds terrifying, but let's unpack it. In labs, some filters, like oxybenzone, show weak binding to estrogen receptors in petri dishes, but in the body it's not that simple. You'd need to slather on massive, unrealistic doses to even mimic what happened in those studies. Let me ask you this: do you drink soy milk, eat flax seeds, snack on grapes? Congratulations, you've just consumed phytoestrogens, and guess what? They are stronger endocrine modulators than most SPF filters. Still worried? Go mineral. Zinc oxide and titanium dioxide are great options, but don't let someone guilt you into fear, especially with no clinical backing. This is a popular claim in wellness circles, and while there is some truth, there is also a lot of spin. Tomatoes, berries, green tea all contain antioxidants that help your skin repair damage. I'm a huge fan of supporting your skin from within. But let's look at the data. One study showed that 55 grams of tomato paste daily for 12 weeks gave photoprotection equivalent to SPF 1.4. That's nothing, but it's not protection. It's like wearing a raincoat made of tissue paper and hoping you don't get wet in a storm. Eat the tomatoes, drink the green juice, but don't replace your sunscreen with salad. Here's the truth: fear is powerful, fear drives clicks, fear makes you pause and say, wait, what if I've been poisoning my children this whole time? And fear, it sells. That's why you'll see 497 detox programs, 597 low-tox university courses, 120 non-toxic SPF alternatives that aren't even FDA approved. I'm not saying these creators are evil, but when their message is built around worst-case scenarios and followed by a checkout link, you should be cautious. Let's be balanced. Yes, some concerns about ingredients like oxybenzone are worth monitoring. That's why many companies have removed them from formulations. But if we scare people away from any sunscreen, we are putting them at greater risk of skin cancer, premature aging, hyperpigmentation, immune suppression. Every major dermatology and cancer organization, from the American Academy of Dermatology to the Skin Cancer Foundation, recommend daily sunscreen use. Let's look at actual experts, not viral reels, but dermatologists, toxicologists, and consumer safety agencies. The FDA in the US, the SCCS in Europe, even the EWG, who often lean conservative, all agree: use correctly, modern sunscreens are overwhelmingly safe. They are tested in hot, humid conditions on all skin tones across different age groups and across the world. Rates of sunburn, DNA damage, and melanoma have gone down when sunscreen's use goes up. If you want to protect your skin and your family, here's what actually works. Use a sunscreen you like and will reapply. Reapply every 2 hours or after swimming, sweating. Combine sunscreen with shades, sunglasses, and wide-brimmed hats. For sensitive skin or pregnancy, zinc-based options are great, but don't let fear stop you from using what works. The best sunscreen is the one you'll actually use. Grab your bottle and look at the ingredients. If you see no oxybenzone, no actinoxate, no retinol palmitate, you're already using one of the most common clean formulations. If you do see them, no need to panic. You're not poisoned. You are not doomed. You are using a product that's still approved, reviewed, and used safely by millions. Knowledge is power. Fear is not. Let's answer some of the most common questions I get in the comments. Is sunscreen safe for kids? Yes, look for mineral sunscreens labeled pediatric or baby. Do I need sunscreen indoors? If you are near windows or using devices that emit blue light, yes. Can I get vitamin D without risking cancer? Yes, 10-15 minutes of sun on arms, legs, plus supplements if needed. What about Europe banning some ingredients? They didn't ban them for safety, it's a precautionary move, and they also allow many ingredients the US doesn't. Let me show you what I actually use, not just what I talk about. Babu SPF 50. This is one of my absolute favorites, and we carry it at my Woodhouse spas in New Jersey. It's more than just a sunscreen. It's rich, hydrating, and protects against UVA, UVB, and environmental damage. Plus, it doesn't leave a white cast, which is hard to find in high SPF formulas. It's perfect for daily wear, especially if you're over 40 and your skin leans dry or mature. SkinCeuticals Physical Fusion UV Defense SPF 50. This is one's amazing for sensitive or post-treatment skin. It's a mineral formula, zinc and titanium, so if you're pregnant, rosacea prone, or doing peels or microneedling, this is a go-to. It has a subtle tint that evens skin tone, and it's a water resistant too. SkinCeuticals Daily Brightening UV Defense SPF 30. This is a perfect one if you struggle with dullness, hyperpigmentation, or melasma. It's chemical-based but gentle, and it includes tranexamic acid and niacinamide for brightening. I recommend this one for daily urban wear under makeup. It plays really well with foundation. SkinCeuticals Sheer Physical UV Defense SPF 50. It's very lightweight, almost watery in texture, great for layering, oily skin types, or anyone who hates thick creams. It's a 100% mineral formula, no chemical fillers, but it's sheer and non-chalky. I've tested dozens of sunscreens. These are the ones I actually come back to for different reasons, different days, and different skin needs. They are not the cheapest, but they work, and I trust them. I believe in thoughtful, science-backed beauty, where we are not afraid of our own products and we don't make decisions based on panic. If you are curious, I've linked the sunscreens I personally use and I recommend in the description. And if this helped you feel more confident in your choices, give it a like and subscribe. We need more calm voices in this space and fewer scary headlines. I would love to hear from you. What do you think about SPF safety? If you want to know about my skincare routine, I will download my skincare guide in the description. It's free. You can also watch my video on my favorite skincare products next.